Nobody's really ready. No one really thought. Even in a global entertainment world already accustomed to sudden bursts of popularity and mass madness, this time, what happened exploded beyond all predictions. Today, the internet world, especially YouTube, is suddenly paralyzed for a moment, all because of one name, Jungkook BTS.in just minutes after the release of its latest video. YouTube experienced a surge in traffic never recorded before in their history. Internal employees of the giant platform had to activate emergency crisis mode, a special protocol that is used only in force majeure situations. A source from inside YouTube, who asked not to be named, said, "We've never seen anything like this. It's more than just trending, it's chaos." And the video? One word: explosion. Not just because the production quality is fantastic or because Jungkook's godlike visuals come down from heaven. There's something else in it. Something so personal, so profound, that it makes anyone who watches it feel like peering into its most hidden soul. Something that made millions of armies around the world simultaneously flood the comments field with cries, heartbreak emojis, and wild theories that developed in just under 2 hours. But what exactly is this video about? Why does the world seem to stop spinning just because of one click, play? The answer was more surprising than anyone could have imagined. Because behind the sweeping music, behind the mesmerizing dancing, behind Jungkook's teary-looking eyes, are hidden surprising clues about his future. Clues that not everyone catches, but enough to make the blood of the army boil. Between hysteria, fear, and burning curiosity, the video is not just a work of art. It was a hidden message, a confession, a sign that something really big, something that could change the course of Jungkook's career, even life, is on the way. And, of course, crazy speculation instantly exploded. Does this mean Jungkook is leaving BTS? Is this a sign he's retiring from the entertainment world? Or even, something darker, what happens next is history written before our eyes. But believe me, if you claim to be a real army, you should not miss this video. Because when it's all revealed later, you'll want to say you've been there, seen the signs first, understood the truth before the world knew it. Here's the full story behind Jungkook's phenomenal video that just took down YouTube, fragmented cyberspace, and left a chilling clue about a future we may not even be ready for. As soon as the video came out, the world changed. Notification sounds ring incessantly, breaking the silence of the night, penetrating the boisterous during the day. No matter which hemisphere they were in, armies all over the world simultaneously screamed, as if summoned by an invisible force. It was as if something in Jungkook's voice was tearing at the layers of reality and infiltrating directly into their most fragile hearts. The headlines from Seoul to New York, from London to Sao Paulo, speak only of one thing. Jungkook's new video shocks the world. The social media analysts are wedge. Data monitoring platforms such as Chartmetric and Social Blade recorded unprecedented abnormal growth. In the first 10 minutes, the video garnered 23 million views, a number that made YouTube's own algorithm stagger trying to understand what was going on. But more than the numbers, more than the soaring statistics, there is something much more thrilling. For those who are really paying attention, who are really going deep, this video is an explosion of hidden emotions. In every movement of Jungkook, in every lyric he whispers, there is a tremor of sadness, there is a crack behind his perfect smile, and it made the world wonder, what's wrong with Jungkook? Peeling a video is like peeling the last love letter from someone who knows that their time is running out. The music, which initially sounded sweet, slowly turned melancholic. A heavy bass beat, a low piano, and visuals that seem ordinary but hold deep symbolism like a glimpse of the shadow of an old house, a picture of a deserted empty street, or a rose slowly withering in the moonlight. One scene even shows Jungkook standing in the middle of a large field, where the rain is pouring down all over his body, while he remains staring straight into the camera, a gaze that carries a mixture of hurt, despair, and a unanimous decision that can no longer be changed. The observant army began to unravel their theory. What is the meaning behind the drop of tears that falls right at the last verse of the song? Why is the camera so focused on the ring on his finger? And the most terrible, what was the meaning of a cryptic message that only appeared briefly in the corner of the screen at 3:27, a vague sentence that read, "This is not goodbye. This is the beginning of the end." The internet is also on fire. Discussion groups on Weverse, Reddit, even the Discord army community exploded with speculation. Some believe that this is a sign Jungkook will announce a long hiatus after his mandatory military service. Some are more radical, claiming that this is a signal he will disappear from the entertainment world to pursue a personal life that he has long sacrificed. And even crazier, a new conspiracy theory has emerged that Jungkook has secretly signed a contract with a giant foreign label to launch a global project that completely separates him from BTS. All of those theories sound crazy, until one secret clue in the video reinforces their fears. If you stop the video at 2:48, just as Jungkook is walking through a small, dim alley, you can catch a glimpse of a torn poster on the wall bearing a foreign name, Project Phoenix, a name that was never heard of before, but started keeping the army up all night looking for the truth. For some, Phoenix means resurrection, rebirth after destruction. But for ARMY, who know how hard the K-pop world treats their idols, they fear it could mean the death of Jungkook's old career and the birth of a new one they're not even ready to accept. YouTube continues to shake. In 24 hours, the video broke world records: 125 million views, 14 million likes, 6 million comments. The hashtag Jungkook breaking YouTube is trending #1 in more than 80 countries. Even Twitter, or now called X, experienced a brief downtime due to a spike in mentions of Jungkook's name that were too high. Global media are vying to contact Big Hit Music for clarification, but the company was silent. There is no official statement, no press release, just one short sentence on their website: "We believe in the work of art and the journey of each of our artists. Please give unconditional love and support." An ambiguous sentence that only adds oil to the fire of speculation. In the midst of this storm, one truth is becoming more and more evident. This video is not just about music. It's a farewell message, either to the past, to his old world, or maybe to all of us. And behind all the theories that have sprung up, there is one bitter fact that is hard for the true ARMY to swallow. Perhaps, for the first time in more than a decade, they will actually lose Jungkook. At least the Jungkook they have known for so long. The camera shows the final scene: Jungkook standing on a hill, looking at the bloody red sunset. He turned slowly, smiled slightly at the camera, then disappeared into a white mist. The screen goes dark. A final text appears, in barely legible small letters: "You were my beginning. Now, I must find my own end." The cries of the ARMY filled the virtual world. Many admitted to crying for hours without stopping, feeling as if they had lost a part of their own life. This emotional reaction even made headlines in many major media: CNN, BBC, NHK, until local media in various countries covered how a young man from South Korea managed to make the world stop with just one work of art. But is this really the end? Or is it, like Phoenix, the beginning of something much bigger, something that not even the world is ready to accept?